It's finally here. The last new moon of the year has arrived on the 19th of December 2025. This is not just another date on the calendar. Many people will see it as an ordinary night, simply part of the moon's natural cycle. But for some, it holds deeper meaning. This day comes right before what many believe is the strongest time of the year to focus on goals, intentions, and personal change. What makes this moment important is not something dramatic or unusual. In fact, the truth may surprise you. There is one simple word that, if spoken on this day, can interfere with the intentions you are about to set. It's not a rare or mysterious word. It's something very common, so common that you may have already said it today without thinking. It is something you say as part of your daily routine without even thinking about it. That is what makes it risky. It is easy to miss because it feels so normal. But when this word is spoken during the energy of the final new moon, its effect grows stronger. It repeats itself, spreads, and can undo what you were trying to create. This may surprise you, or it may not. Deep down, you may have already felt that something was coming. You might have noticed trouble sleeping, a heavy feeling inside, or more tension with the people around you. Conversations may have felt more intense than usual. You may have had the same dreams again and again. These signs were not random. They were signals that an important moment was getting closer. The new moon is not just about the sky becoming dark. It represents a deeper shift. This moment is about reflection and direction, about your choices being noticed, your goals becoming stronger, and your future beginning to take shape. Today, December 19th, as the final hours pass before the new moon begins, even a small word can make a big difference. That is why this message matters. You need to be aware of the mistake before it happens. You need to recognize the problem before it affects you. Not tomorrow when the new moon arrives, and not later but right now, while there is still time to protect what you are preparing to build. Please stay with this message until the end, because the full meaning will become clear there. If these words already feel important to you, it may be because you were meant to hear them. If so, you may choose to write 777 as a sign that you are paying attention and ready. Before explaining the mistake itself, there is one more important thing you need to understand first. Without this understanding, the warning may sound meaningless. But once you see the bigger picture, you will understand why this new moon is different, and why even a small word spoken on December 19th can affect the year ahead. On December 2025 at 8:43 p.m. Eastern Time, the Sun and Moon come together in a special way. This alignment happens in Sagittarius, a sign often linked to honesty, growth, and life direction. This is not just another new moon, it is the final new moon of 2025. It marks the end of one phase and the start of another, like pressing a reset button and beginning fresh. Many people think the most important moment is the new moon itself, but that is not entirely true. The real shift begins in the 24 hours before it. December 19th is the preparation day. It is a time when possibilities feel closer and change feels more reachable. It is a day when your thoughts, words, and focus are quietly setting the stage for what comes next. This is a time when your choices matter more than usual, when it feels like your attitude, your words, and what you decide to hold on to are being closely noticed. It is a moment of reflection, asking what you are choosing to carry into the next chapter of your life. The sign connected to this new moon is also important. It takes place in Sagittarius, which is often linked to growth, hope, and searching for meaning. Sagittarius energy encourages big dreams, honesty, independence, and looking toward the future with optimism. However, there is a downside to this energy. It can push people to act too quickly or speak without thinking. Words can come out harsh or careless, even when honesty is the goal. Sometimes, being truthful can cross the line into being hurtful. During this new moon, the influence of love and communication is especially strong. This means what you say and how you say it has a stronger impact than usual. Conversations feel more intense. Thoughts are expressed more easily. Even casual complaints can carry more power than you expect and may bring results you did not intend. There is another layer to consider. This new moon is also connected to influences that can cause confusion or doubt, as well as feelings of pressure or limits. Together, these forces make it especially important to slow down, choose your words carefully, and stay aware of what you are putting out into the world. Some influences create confusion. They make things feel unclear and cause you to believe in ideas that are not realistic. Other influences create limits. They remind you of past failures, disappointments, and reasons to doubt yourself. Together, these forces can make you feel stuck and unsure. This is why December 19th can feel so intense. You may feel pulled in two directions. One side encourages you to think big, speak openly, and believe in yourself. The other side fills your mind with doubt, telling you that nothing ever works out. The voice you listen to today plays a big role in what comes next. That is also why things may have felt heavy recently. Small problems may have turned into big arguments. Old emotional wounds may have surfaced unexpectedly. You may have started questioning things you once felt confident about. This is not random. It is a moment of testing, asking whether you can stay steady when pressure builds. Think of the new moon as a blank page. It represents new possibilities. On December 20th, you will set your intentions for the future. But what you write on that page depends on how you spend December 19th. If the day is filled with negativity, arguments, or constant complaints, then your intentions are shaped by that energy before you even speak them. This is why many ancient cultures treated the day before the new moon as special. They believed it was a time for quiet, rest, and protection. They understood that sometimes staying silent is more powerful than speaking, and staying calm is more helpful than reacting. You may feel a strong urge to finally say everything you have been holding in. You may want to clear the air or express your honest feelings. While honesty matters, this moment calls for care. Not every thought needs to be spoken right now. Not every feeling needs to be shared immediately. On December 19th, the focus is not on speaking, it is on choosing. Choosing what kind of energy you want to grow. Choosing what attitude you want to strengthen. Choosing what future you want to build. These choices are made through small, everyday moments, especially through the words you use. This time also reflects your relationships. It highlights how you share your beliefs and truths with others. Do you speak with kindness and understanding, or do you use honesty as a reason to hurt? The tension you may feel with people close to you is showing you where communication flows easily and where it becomes blocked. Under this influence, everything feels stronger. Small issues feel bigger. Quiet feelings become impossible to ignore. This is meant to help you see clearly before the new moon arrives. And now comes the most important part. The mistake that can undo your intentions is not dramatic or obvious. It is simple and very common. That mistake is complaining, speaking negatively about your life, your situation, yourself, or others. What feels harmless can quietly shape your future in ways you do not want. That is the trap to avoid. That is the habit to be aware of. And that is the one thing that can weaken every intention you are preparing to make. Think about how often this happens. Someone asks how you are, and you reply, "I'm exhausted. This year has been awful." A friend shares good news, and you think, "Must be nice. Nothing ever goes right for me." You look in the mirror and think, "I look terrible. I'm getting old." You check your bank balance and say, "I never have enough money. It always disappears." For most people, this feels normal. It seems like harmless honesty or a way to release stress. On most days, it passes quickly, and life goes on. But during the day before the new moon, this habit carries more weight. At this time, words and thoughts have a stronger effect, and even small expressions can grow into something larger. On this day, a single complaint does not simply fade away. It lingers. A negative statement does not disappear, it grows. Complaining can quietly shift your mindset and direction in ways that are hard to reverse. That is why this moment matters. Right now, Your words are more than casual remarks. They are like seeds planted in very rich soil. Whatever you plant tends to grow quickly. If you focus on appreciation, appreciation grows. If you focus on lack, feelings of lack increase. This is why negative talk becomes risky at this time. Complaining about your life, your situation, or the people close to you is especially harmful now. When you express negativity, you tie yourself to it, and when that happens, positive change has a harder time taking root. You may have noticed that things feel harder lately. Small annoyances seem bigger than usual. Minor habits of loved ones suddenly feel overwhelming. Your patience may feel thin. This is not by chance. It is a test of awareness and self-control, asking whether you will pause and choose carefully or react without thinking. That is why the mistake is so easy to make. Everyone complains sometimes, but in this moment, it carries more influence than usual. When something frustrates you on this day, it is not really about whether your complaint is fair. It is about what you are putting into the world and what you are allowing to grow. Try not to let negativity be the doorway to your next chapter. Choose your words with care. Treat them as meaningful, because right now they are. Your thoughts and sentences shape your direction, whether you realize it or not. Instead of focusing on how hard things feel, try to shift toward a higher perspective. Rather than thinking, "This is unfair," or "Nothing is working," consider, "This is temporary," or "This is teaching me something," or "This may be preparing me for something better." When you choose appreciation instead of complaint, you step out of old patterns. You show that you can rise above habits that hold many people back. You show readiness for positive change by protecting the energy you already have. That is the real test of December 19th. Not whether you can explain why you are upset, but whether you can pause and respond with intention. Challenges will appear. Someone close to you may say the wrong thing at the wrong time. When that happens, remember that your response matters more than the situation itself.